Hi, I'm Lindsay Kyte, and I'm the associate editor of Lion's Roar magazine. And today we're talking to Justin von Bujdoss, who is the first ever Buddhist chaplain at America's most notorious jail, Rikers Island. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Lindsay.
So tell us, what is the atmosphere like at Rikers Island?
It's a place where there's a lot of suffering, I think you could say, in the sense that nobody wants to be incarcerated, right? Nobody wants to have their rights taken away or their liberties taken away necessarily. And it's a very challenging place for staff to work. So for officers, um, uh, there can be long hours sometimes. It can be stressful. It can be unpredictable. And in this particular kind of combination of things, it's very hard, very challenging. That being said, there's a lot of work being done here to provide very meaningful support on both sides. So both for the inmate population and then also for staff.
And can you give us some examples of sort of the nitty-gritty of the day-to-day of what you're doing?
Because I serve staff, I might start off my day visiting a staff member in the hospital. Or I might visit a staff member who's sick at home or recovering from surgery at home. I might also be serving my kind of official role as a departmental chaplain in a ceremony of some kind. Typically, though, I'll end up coming to the office and just kind of assessing what's gone on overnight, because we run 24 hours a day. And then either going out into the field, so that could be facilities off island, or hospitals, nursing homes, or what have you. And then I offer meditation in the jail facilities.
And do you present your work as Buddhism, or do you present it more as helpful techniques drawn from Buddhism?
I think it's not necessarily a very useful term to be called a Buddhist chaplain. I'm a chaplain who acts, from my own internal kind of spiritual compass. And at the end of the day, because what really I'm trying to bring is a piece of a sense of calm, a sense of curiosity about what it's like to be going through what someone's going through. Right? Not that necessarily that I'm curious, I am, but I'm trying to allow people to develop a sense of inquiry and an ability to, maybe you could say, skillfully walk into the situation they're in and support them as they do that. And I think that that's something that people respond very well to, and have actually been a little bit surprised that that can be done in an effective way. And then once done, I've had so many people say, "Oh, well, of course you're our chaplain. That makes total sense."
On a personal note, what is it like for you to be in this atmosphere?
Occasionally I like to really refer to this place as a charnel ground, as you find in the Vajrayana tradition, where everything is just really intense. Right? Everything is a little more heightened than normal. And the beauty is that there's just nowhere to hide. And so when there's nowhere to hide, all you can learn how to do or learn how to be is yourself, right? And then as a chaplain, as a Buddhist teacher, as a practitioner of Dharma, for me, then it becomes, well, if there's nowhere for me to hide, then I need to cope, and I need to understand, and I need to really kind of cut through everything that makes me want to disengage while I'm here. And because I'm here to serve people, then I really need to learn in real time how to be able to do that. Right? So it's not theoretical at all. It's this kind of call to action to be a presence and not an armchair Buddhist.
So what is your hope for how this work will ultimately be of benefit to Rikers?
I'm not so concerned about specific outcomes as much as making sure that the people that I'm serving are supported. And I also have a lot of faith in the fact that when people are supported, people naturally do the right thing.